addition to our class blog with Writing 201 Art of the Essay, you as a student will be required to create a personal blog site for this class. And on that personal blog site, you'll publish weekly e-journals and reading responses, and then you'll also post second drafts of each of your upcoming writing projects. And so these personal blogs will give us as a class opportunities to read each other's work and to interact with each other outside of class. But also just having a blog site is a really good practice if you want to improve your writing, because it gives you lots of opportunities to practice writing for a real audience, right? So with blogs, you're not just writing for a professor, you're also writing for a wider audience, and that's audiences on the internet. And so that's kind of the purpose. And so in this tutorial, I'm just going to show you how to create a WordPress site, and then also how to share your WordPress site with the rest of the class through our class blog. So in order to create your own WordPress account and website, you want to go to wordpress.com. And so if you just navigate here, and then down here in the bottom left-hand corner is a button that says Get Started. So go ahead and just click that link. And it wants to know a little bit about what your WordPress site is for. So probably the most accurate would be to say that this is for education. So you can just go ahead and click Education. For step number 2, you want to start with a blog. So make sure you're clicking Start with a blog rather than Start with a website. So click Start with a blog. And then it's going to give you an option to choose a theme, but you don't have to do that right now. If you skip this step, then you can choose from more themes later and kind of design your website the way you want to. So we're just going to click Skip for now. And now you get to make up a site address. So for this class, I'm going to ask that you incorporate your name somehow into your site address. So you could do your first name, last name, but if for privacy purposes you want to keep your last name out of your website address, then I would just ask that you include maybe your first name and your first and your last initial. So maybe I could do something like Joanna L. Art of the Essay. Okay, and so what it'll do is as you start typing ideas into this box, it'll start producing possible domain names for you. So here, Joanna L. Art of the Essay.wordpress.com is available. And always this first option right here is going to be the free option. And so you definitely want to go with the free option. I don't want you to all have to pay for your blog site. So maybe you want to come up with something a little bit more creative. Maybe Joanna L's Virtual Writer's Notebook. Let's see if that's available. Okay, so Joanna L's Virtual Writer's Notebook, that's available. So I'm going to go ahead and select that. And then again, when it gets to step 5, it'll ask you to pick a plan, and please pick the free plan. I mean, unless you want to pay for it, but there is this free option. So I'm going to click Start with Free. And this is where you type in your Eagle's email address, and then create a password. Click Enter, and it'll start creating your account for you. Okay, and so what you'll see here is it'll start welcoming you to WordPress. It'll give you little pieces of information, so about how to manage your site, how to customize, and this is what your blog will look like, right? So right now it doesn't have any information, doesn't have a title yet, doesn't have any blog posts yet. So what I'm going to really quickly teach you how to do is how to kind of customize it a little bit. So if you just click My Site here, you'll see all these little tabs. Here's how you add a blog post, which I'll show in a different video. And then here's how you personalize your blog. So the first thing I'm going to do is choose a theme that I want. So I'm going to click Themes. And it'll take you to all these different options. Please pick something that has sort of clean lines and is easy to navigate. I really like Baskerville too. That one's really simple. It has sort of an image and then the blog title at the top. That's the one our class blog is actually Baskerville. Booklet is another good one, although that one costs money. But you can see some of these free ones here down at the bottom. Okay, so choose whatever kind of appeals to you, but please pick a free option and pick something that's going to be easy for your classmates and other readers to kind of navigate. Independent publisher is a good one, so I'm going to go ahead and click that one. It's a very simple looking blog. So then I'll click Activate this design. It's free. Okay, and then it'll allow me to visit my site. Okay, so here's what my blog looks like. Again, it doesn't quite have a title yet. There's no first blog post yet. Okay, so now in order to kind of customize the overall look, I'm going to go back down to this menu, right where it said Themes, and I'm going to click Customize. Okay, and so again, if this is the first time that you've visited a website, it's going to have all these little helpful things that kind of pop up to help you navigate the site as well. And so in order to first customize your site title, again, I just clicked right here, Site Title, clicked right there, and it'll allow me to change it. So as virtual notebook, maybe you write something like my personal blog for writing 201. And again, you can kind of play around with this. You don't have to do exactly what I'm doing. You don't have to call it your virtual notebook if you don't want to. Your tagline can be anything you want. Make it something that is sustainable for you and something that you're going to enjoy looking at weekly, because you're going to have to look at it weekly for this class. So after you're done updating your title and your tagline, then you click Save and Publish at the top. Okay, and that'll save it to your website. You can also play around with colors and backgrounds if you want to do that. So again, what I just did is on this menu, I clicked Colors and Backgrounds, and let's say you want to play around with this like blue. No, it's a little aggressive. Go with something like teal. Kind of like yellow because it looks like a notebook. So I'm going to save that. You can play around with fonts. So they have their default fonts, but maybe you want something little with cleaner lines. Let's go with, okay, Save and Publish. And again, you can always come back and change these to play around with it throughout the semester. Okay, you can add a header image if you want to. All right, so maybe you want something that looks like a notebook. Here's an option. It's kind of cool, so we're going to save that. Okay, so I feel like I'm done. So I'm just going to click this X up here in this top left-hand corner, and it'll take me back to the home page of my website. Okay, so still don't have a first blog post yet. That's okay. You don't need one in order to share your URL address. So now what I'm going to do is show you how to share this address with the rest of the class so that your classmates can access your blog. So what you'll do is you'll just go back to your home page. Okay, so make sure you're on the home page of the blog, and then up here in the tool or in the URL bar, search bar, you'll just click and highlight, copy your web address, and then go back to our class blog site, which is fall 2017 artoftheessay.wordpress.com. And again, that's listed in our syllabus, so if you forget that, it's there as well. You can kind of copy. And then you're going to click our shared blog addresses folder right here. And in this shared blog addresses folder, you're going to go down to the comments section, and you're going to paste your web address into the comments section, and then click Post Comment. Okay. And then what everybody else in the class will be able to see is in this comment section, they'll be able to see your blog address and they'll be able to click it and it'll take them to the home page of your blog. Okay. So make sure you do that, and that is part of your homework for Thursday. Let me know if you have any questions at all.